Hello friends, welcome to Create Pretty Things. My name is Debbie. Do you guys love pumpkin pie? Do you need a recipe? Thanksgiving's coming up in a couple months. Anyway, today we're going to talk about our club subscription. If you don't know anything about it, Chocateur does have a DIY monthly subscription where you pay $20 a month and they send you out a project every month. It includes a transfer and a surface or some kind of embellishment and some paste. So here is mine for today. Let's go ahead and open it up. So today, this month's transfer surface for the month of September is an apron. Hooray! Let's look at it. It's a navy blue apron. Here it is. We're going to go ahead and chalk on this. Let's see how this is all going to fit. So included in my package here is some ink, because we use ink on fabric. There should be a couple packets. Let's see. Shimmer copper, a squeegee. Is there only one pack of paste ink this time? Well, usually there's 3. I'm not sure what happened this month, but it looks like there's just one, and it's a beautiful color. It's called Shimmer Copper. So whenever they include the paste or the ink, it's always a coordinated color that will go with your surface and your transfer. So here's our pumpkin pie recipe right here. It comes in the cellophane envelope. We're just gonna open it up and see what it looks like and how it's gonna fit. These are always 8.5 by 11. And this is our apron. It does have a pocket, so let's see how this is going to work. Homemade pumpkin pie. So this, let's see how we're going to do this. I guess we can do it right over the fold here. We're just going to do it all as if it's one piece. So we'll see how it goes. So what we're going to do, this does not come with your project, but it is called an ink mat. An ink mat is something that you put underneath your project so that it protects the surface below. Shimmer copper. So you put it under, you put your fabric on top. And it does keep it's sticky so that it really firms it down. So it prevents it from moving. It also prevents bleed through. So we've got our shimmer copper. I'm going to go ahead and get out one of our little trays, our color trays, and we're going to put that ink in there. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a quarter, and I think I'm going to go ahead and squeeze all of it out today. Usually there is more than enough for more than one project in these packets, but I think since this is all going to be one color, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it out into my color tray so I can apply it easily. And we're going to get started. Now, these are sticky transfers. Keep your backer, you're going to store it on there. These are reusable between 8 and 12 times, so you do want to make sure you take good care of them. Clean them after you're done using them. I'm going to lay this out. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see, there's a seam here and a seam here. So maybe I'll center between those seams. It looks like you could cut this in pieces. But I think I'm going to do it all as one piece. 3 eggs. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. We're going to put it down right here. Smooth it down. You don't want any air bubbles. Air bubbles would cause your paste to bleed. And one thing you want to be aware of is that the ink is permanent. So you want to be very careful not to get it on anything that you don't want it on. I almost think this is a little high. Let me check my placement. I'm going to do it between these 2 seams. I think I'll center it on my apron. Okay, press it down again. Make sure there's no air bubbles, no place for that paste to bleed. We're gonna go ahead and get a squeegee, and this will be a quick project because it's only one color. So we're gonna go ahead and dip this in, and we're just gonna smooth it over our silk screen. Wherever you see the little silk screen, that's where your ink is gonna go through, and it's gonna go down to the surface below, and it will create your design. It's really pretty cool, guys. You get really professional results just from smoothing this little ink over this transfer. And this shimmer copper is beautiful. I love it. Like I said, this is ink, so it is a permanent solution. When you're done, I'm gonna let this air dry for about 24 hours or at least overnight. You are going to heat set this. You're gonna put a piece of parchment paper over the top. You're gonna get a heat press or an iron, and you're gonna heat it up until you feel like the ink is dry or not gonna come off. And then it will be heat set, and at that point it will be permanent. You will be able to wash and dry this without it coming off. So if you have any extra up above, you can go ahead and take the excess and paste it down below. You want to move it around so that you have coverage. Everything that is silk screen, we're just going to cover all that. I do have some scrolling down here at the bottom that I want to get, and the bottom of my pumpkin needs to be covered. Like I said, I'm surprised they only gave me one ink pack. They usually give you 3 different coordinating colors. I just received this today, so I just opened it in front of you guys. So I do want to get just a little bit more. Whoa. So remember how I said you have to be careful with your ink because wherever you get it, it's going to stay and be permanent. I now have a blob right over here. What I'm going to do, I don't want to waste that little bit of paste ink. And so even though I'm spreading it a little bit over there, let me get this covered. I'm going to go ahead and get one of these Clorox wipes. It's a disinfectant wipe. And I'm going to try and wipe that off right away and see if I can prevent the damage from happening. I think I'm okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel this up right now. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Oh, you need to see this way. I'm going to go ahead and peel it up. Maybe I can lift it. Let me lift it so you guys can see. Here it is on our apron. And it's sticky. I want to make sure that nothing flops over it. Okay, so I'm going to peel this down. So here we go, guys. Look at that impression. Wow. Doesn't that look good, guys? Now, because I'm always so messy and I tend to do more harm than good, I'm going to go ahead and dry this real quick. At least start the drying process. And I see that I didn't quite get all this at the bottom. It just says enjoy, and some of these aren't real clear. So I didn't do a real good job on this one today, guys. But I want to show you how to clean the transfer. We're going to let this dry. And like I said, we're going to let this dry overnight, and then I will heat press it tomorrow to make it permanent, and we will be done. So I'm just spraying some water, plain tap water, onto this transfer, and I'm going to wipe it off. That's the first layer of ink off. I'm going to get my board eraser, which is wet. I'm going to rub over this a couple different directions. You're really trying to get that ink out of that silk screen. You want that silk screen to be completely clean because you're going to use it again in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my surface below. That's where the paste went through my transfer onto my mat here. I'm going to flip this over so now it's sticky side up. I'm going to spray it. And we'll wipe that off too, gently on this side, because that is where the adhesive is. That is a big key to you having success getting those transfers to stick and stay in one place so that you can paste that design. So don't rub real hard on this. I'm going to go ahead and dry it with a paper towel. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the front side one more time. I just like to make sure it's really clean. Dry it. Get rid of all this leftover ink because I don't want to get it on anything else. This is our backer sheet. It has a yellow side and a white side. You're going to put the sticky side of the transfer to the white side of your backer, line it up, press it down, and it is good to go. I normally leave mine out just a little bit so I make sure it air dries a little more. But if you can see through the silk screen, then you know it's clean and it's good to go for next time. And you just store it back in this little wrapper and it's done. So I want to show you guys this apron. This is what it looks like. Cute. It's not perfect, but it's cute. I'll heat set it tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you want to know more about the club, type in the word club and check your messages. It will send you a link to the club that gives you more information. And it's a great thing. You know, this is one of the last days for this. So this is September's club. So on October 1st, a new club will come out. So if you join tonight, you'll get this club and the new one on September 1st. And so I know next month's is really cute too. It'd be a great time to sign up. It's a 3-month commitment, and then you can cancel if you want to. It's right around $20. It's like $21.95 for this, and it's a great way to get your craft on every month, and it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.